Hi there, this blog's about 5 Elements Acupuncture. So it never ceases to amaze me the amount of therapeutic subtlety that's possible in an acupuncture treatment. So a lot of the times I think that people associate acupuncture with being quite a physical practice, so treating knees, shoulders, backs, necks. And while that's possible, it's also equally as possible that we treat the emotions, someone's mental state, and if you like, on a subtle level, someone's sense of spirit, so we can treat across the board with that. And yesterday someone came to see me who presented with, I guess, something that's a little bit more on the emotional level, like an obstruction in the flow on an emotional level. So what had happened is she'd recently come out of a relatively long-term relationship in her late 30s where she wanted to have children. And now she's out of that long-term relationship. She told me that, she's got a sense of resignation that now that might not happen. And, she'd kind of cushioned the expected level of disappointment, if you like, that it might not happen inside herself by actually resigning herself to it not happening. So this is really interesting because this for me touches on 2 subtle dynamics in the body, which from a Chinese medicine point of view relate to the heart function and the kidney function. So we'll start with the kidney function first. So the emotional spectrum of the kidney function, the water element, sits on a spectrum of fear through to recklessness, if you like. And so somewhere between fear and recklessness, you've got wisdom. So you've got the capacity to understand an appropriate degree of caution around something. And when that becomes out of tune, it kind of turns into fear. So she was presenting with some level of fear around the prospect of never getting pregnant. And then on top of that, you've got this dynamic where the heart then had also become resigned to it. So I had 2 things I could do. So first of all, I treated the kidneys so that we turned this fear into wisdom. So it's not about becoming reckless in the idea of thinking, yes, I'm going to get pregnant, no problem. But it's also about not being scared that it might not happen. So in there is the wisdom of understanding that you still might want to put your energy towards that possibility, but with the wisdom rather than the fear that it might not happen. So you're still moving forwards towards what you want, but you're not scared of it not happening. And equally, the function of the heart, there's a point that sits just right underneath there, right underneath the sternum, which also we can treat, which enables someone to move past a sense of resignation. So sometimes when the heart gets hurt, there's this sense that we can kind of close the door and just become a little bit resigned to things no longer going our way. And so again, that's like these really subtle levels that we're able to treat with acupuncture. It's very beautiful. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.